Hello, friends, and welcome aboard Travel Vibes. If you're here, chances are you already love the feeling of the ocean breeze, the thrill of waking up in a new port, and the simple joy of being spoiled a little at sea. Maybe you're the kind of cruiser who plans months in advance, comparing itineraries like a pro. Or maybe you're the laid-back traveler who just wants to relax with a cocktail by the pool, chat with new friends, and let the crew take care of everything. Whether you're a first-timer trying to figure out the ins and outs, or a seasoned sailor who's already collected more lanyards than you can count, you're in the right place. Today, we're tackling one of the most talked-about cruise add-ons, the drink package. It sounds like the ultimate convenience, doesn't it? But as I've seen over the years, it's also one of the easiest ways to waste money if you don't know the pitfalls. Stick with me because we're going to uncover not just the usual mistakes, but the hidden ones that even experienced cruisers often miss. By the end, you'll know exactly how to get the best value and how to cruise smarter, not pricier. And before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our Travel Vibes community, your weekly hub for real-world cruise wisdom, designed to help you travel with confidence and joy. Mistake 1. Waiting until you're on board to buy your drink package. Here's the truth. If you wait until you're already on the ship, you're almost guaranteed to pay more. Most cruise lines quietly reward those who plan ahead with savings of 10 to 20% when you pre-purchase online. Think of it like booking your flights. Nobody wants to pay peak prices at the gate, and cruises work the same way. Prices only seem to climb year after year, and locking in early means you've secured your spot at the lower rate. Now, I know many of you who love cruising are planners by nature. You compare itineraries, you read reviews, you count down the days with excitement. Others are more spontaneous, happy to go with the flow and enjoy every moment. But no matter your style, being smart about when you buy your drink package is one of those small steps that makes a big difference. And here's a little insider secret. Most cruise lines let you cancel and rebook if the price drops before sailing. It's a simple trick that seasoned travelers swear by, much like Warren Buffett's famous advice on value. Never pay more than you have to. So when it comes to your drink package, give yourself the gift of foresight. That way, you're not just cruising, you're cruising smarter. Mistake 2. Assuming bartenders automatically serve premium liquor. It's easy to believe that once you've invested in a premium package, every cocktail will be crafted with top-shelf spirits. But the reality is a little different. Unless you ask specifically for Grey Goose in your martini or Jack Daniels in your whiskey and Coke, chances are the bartender will reach for the house brand sitting closest at hand. That's not dishonesty, it's simply the default routine behind a busy bar. Cruise lovers come in many shades. Some of you savor that perfect glass of wine with dinner, some enjoy a classic mojito by the pool, and others love discovering new cocktails that remind you of vacations gone by. No matter your style, if you've paid for better, don't be shy about requesting it. After all, you've earned it. Here's a tip the most experienced cruisers swear by. Before your trip, check your cruise line's website for the full list of included liquor brands. Save it as a screenshot or keep it in your phone so you can order with confidence. As the old saying goes, knowledge is power, and in this case, knowledge means enjoying every sip exactly the way you like it. Mistake 3. Overlooking the value of non-alcoholic drinks. When people think about a drink package, their minds often go straight to cocktails and wine. But here's the secret many cruisers miss. These packages usually cover so much more. You'll often find specialty coffees, herbal teas, energizing smoothies, sparkling waters, vitamin drinks, mocktails, and even fresh squeezed juices all included. For anyone who loves variety, this can be just as rewarding as the alcohol itself. Think about those sunny afternoons on a Caribbean sailing. While a mojito by the pool feels perfect, sometimes nothing beats the refreshing chill of a frozen frappuccino or a tropical smoothie after a day exploring in the heat. Cruisers who enjoy the slower mornings, sipping a cappuccino while watching the sunrise over the ocean, or those who prefer a health-conscious option after the gym, find these extras make their package truly worthwhile. As Oprah once said, "The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate." On a cruise, celebrating doesn't have to mean alcohol. It can also mean indulging in those little luxuries, like a latte, a sparkling water, or a fruit smoothie that make the journey feel richer. So don't let them go unnoticed because sometimes the non-alcoholic perks are what deliver the biggest smiles. Mistake 4. Forgetting to stock water for your cabin and excursions. One of the easiest ways to waste money on a cruise is by overlooking something as simple as water. Most drink packages include bottled water or cans, yet many cruisers walk right past the bar without grabbing a few to take back to their cabin. When the sun is blazing after a long day ashore, you'll be grateful to open your mini fridge and see it stocked with cold bottles ready to go. That's why it's smart to ask your cabin attendant to clear out the pricey minibar and replace it with your included supply. Otherwise, late at night when thirst hits, you might reach for that Evian at nearly $5 a bottle. And believe me, nothing tastes worse than paying extra for what should already be yours. Cruise travelers are practical, they love convenience, and they know the little details make the biggest difference. As Benjamin Franklin once said, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship." On board, that leak might just be bottled water. So stock up, stay refreshed, and save your money for the memories that matter most. Mistake 5. Buying a package on port-heavy cruises. Not every itinerary makes sense for a drink package. If your cruise is filled with back-to-back port days, like a Mediterranean sailing with 6 stops in 7 days, chances are you'll be spending most of your time exploring ashore. By the time evening comes, you may be too tired to enjoy the bars and that package you paid for sits unused. Cruisers are adventurous by nature, eager to soak up history, taste local foods, and wander new cities from sunrise to sunset. That kind of traveler values experiences over endless cocktails, and that's where the math matters. Sometimes, paying per drink or bringing the small number of wine bottles allowed on board is the smarter move. As the great economist Adam Smith reminded us, true wealth is in the wise use of resources. On a cruise, that wisdom means aligning your spending with how you actually live your days. If you're an explorer who treasures the shore, don't let your package dollars disappear into the waves. Save them for the adventures waiting just beyond the port. Mistake 6. Not reading the fine print on perks packages. It's tempting to see the words "free at sea" or "all-inclusive" and imagine every drink under the sun is suddenly yours. But here's where many cruisers slip up. Those perk packages often sound generous, yet the details can make all the difference. Some only include the basic spirits and mixers, leaving out those creamy lattes or premium wines you might actually crave. Take Norwegian's Free at Sea, for example. It covers plenty of cocktails, but not your morning cappuccino. Celebrity's basic package? It's missing several of the higher-end wines many travelers enjoy with dinner. If you assume everything is included, you may find yourself surprised with extra charges on your account. Cruisers are dreamers. They love the idea of indulgence without worry, but they're also savvy planners who value clarity. As Aristotle wisely said, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Reading the fine print before you sail is how you turn surprise fees into smooth sailing. Because at sea, the real luxury is knowing exactly what's yours to enjoy. Mistake 7. Overlooking gratuities built into the package. Here's something that often catches travelers off guard. When you purchase a drink package that costs around $90 a day, there's an automatic gratuity of 18 to 20% added on top. That means you're really paying closer to $105 per day. For many new cruisers, it feels like a surprise, but in truth, it's a standard practice across most cruise lines. Now, once you're on board, that service charge means you don't have to tip for every single drink you order. Of course, if a bartender goes above and beyond, slipping them a little extra is always appreciated, but there's no obligation. Cruisers value fairness, they enjoy good service, and they also like transparency in what they're paying. Knowing this upfront keeps your budget realistic and your expectations clear. As Mark Twain once reminded us, knowledge is the key to independence. By understanding how gratuities work, you're not just buying drinks, you're buying peace of mind. And that kind of confidence is exactly what turns a good cruise into a great one. Mistake 8. Forgetting private island rules. One of the joys of cruising is stepping onto a private island where the beaches are pristine and the atmosphere feels like your own hidden paradise. But here's where many cruisers make a costly error. On some lines, like Royal Caribbean's Coco Cay or Princess Cay's, your drink package carries over seamlessly. You can sip cocktails by the lagoon without spending an extra dime. Yet on others, such as Carnival's Half Moon Cay, the package simply doesn't apply. Suddenly, every pina colada you order becomes an out-of-pocket expense. Cruise lovers are explorers at heart. They enjoy sunbathing with a cool drink, strolling along soft sand, and soaking up every moment of the island escape. But they also value convenience, and nothing disrupts that easygoing rhythm more than unexpected charges. As the great travel writer Paul Theroux said, luxury is the ease of a t-shirt in a very expensive hotel. On a cruise, true luxury is the ease of knowing your package works wherever you go. So before you step ashore, double-check the rules. It can make the difference between a carefree day in paradise and a surprise bill waiting back on the ship. Mistake 9. Limiting yourself to the menu. When you sit down at the bar, it's natural to flip through the menu and assume those are your only choices. But here's a little secret seasoned cruisers know well. The menu is just the beginning. Bartenders can usually craft far more than what's printed. Whether it's a refreshing Aperol Spritz, a layered Miami Vice, or even a mocktail that reminds you of home, all you have to do is ask. Cruise travelers are curious, adventurous, and often eager to try something new. They love variety. They enjoy a touch of indulgence, and they delight in sharing stories about the drinks they discovered on their voyages. By stepping beyond the page, you open yourself up to experiences that make your trip uniquely yours. As Anthony Bourdain once said, drink heavily with locals whenever possible. On a ship, that means embracing the creativity of your bartenders, the hidden gems they can mix, and the freedom your package gives you to explore. So don't let the menu limit you, let your curiosity be the real guide. Mistake 10. Buying 2 alcohol packages when only one person drinks. Here's a rule that often frustrates cruisers. Most cruise lines require every adult in the same cabin to buy the identical alcohol package, the idea being to prevent sharing between guests. That means even if one of you doesn't drink, you could both end up paying for something you don't need. But here's the part many don't realize. There are exceptions if you ask the right way. Cruise travelers are practical, they enjoy fairness, and they want value for every dollar they spend. If one of you loves a glass of wine with dinner while the other prefers smoothies or cappuccinos, it's worth calling customer service before you book. Some lines will allow one guest to purchase the full alcohol package while the other takes a non-alcoholic version, covering mocktails, juices, and specialty coffees instead. As Maya Angelou once said, ask for what you want and be prepared to get it. On a cruise, that wisdom can save you hundreds of dollars and ensure each of you gets exactly what suits your lifestyle. Because cruising isn't about compromise. It's about finding the balance that makes the journey joyful for everyone. Mistake 11. Not understanding. Drink limits. Many cruisers are surprised to learn that even with an unlimited package, there are still boundaries. Lines like Carnival and Princess cap alcoholic drinks at 15 per day, and most cruise lines set a ceiling on the price of each beverage, often between $11 and $15. So if you order that $20 glass of wine, expect to pay the difference. It's not a penalty, just the fine print at work. Cruise travelers are thoughtful, they like to plan ahead, and they enjoy knowing exactly where their money goes. By understanding these limits, you avoid frustration and make choices that match your style. For those who prefer premium liquors or finer wines, it may be worth upgrading to the top-tier package instead of being caught off guard mid-voyage. As Sun Tzu wisely noted, in the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Knowing your package rules is how you turn potential disappointment into freedom. Because at sea, the goal isn't just to drink more, it's to enjoy wisely, with every sip bringing joy rather than surprise. Mistake 12. Not exploring healthy and fun options. When most people think of a drink package, they imagine cocktails by the pool or wine at dinner. But many forget that these packages often include smoothies, fresh-pressed juices, and spa cafe creations too. Skipping them means missing out on some of the best choices available. A green detox smoothie after a day in the sun can leave you feeling refreshed in a way that another margarita simply can't. Cruisers are diverse. Some love the indulgence of tropical cocktails, while others value balance and enjoy taking care of their health even on vacation. Exploring these lighter, healthier choices doesn't just add variety, it helps you feel energized and ready to enjoy every part of your journey. As Hippocrates once said, Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. On a cruise, that wisdom can extend to what you drink. By trying out these options, you're not only getting more from your package, you're giving your body a boost so you can fully embrace the adventure at sea. Mistake 13. Treating it like a challenge to drink your money's worth. This is perhaps one of the most common traps. Some cruisers feel the need to order drink after drink, simply to prove the package was worth it. But that approach often leads to hangovers, fatigue, and even skipping the very excursions you were excited about. Remember, cruising is about balance, relaxation, adventure, and enjoyment, not tallying up how many margaritas you can down in a day. Cruise travelers are joyful. They love to indulge, but they also value waking up refreshed to catch a sunrise over the ocean or explore a new port. By shifting your mindset, the package becomes a form of freedom, not a competition. It means you can enjoy that cappuccino in the morning, a cocktail at lunch, and a glass of wine at dinner without any pressure. As the Roman poet Horace wisely wrote, moderation is the treasure of life. On your cruise, moderation ensures you enjoy every moment to the fullest. Because the goal isn't to outdrink the package, the goal is to make memories you'll truly savor. Mistake 14. Not using technology to track your value. In the digital age, one of the smartest things a cruiser can do is use technology to stay aware of their choices. Most cruise lines now offer apps where you can see your daily spending, or you can simply jot down your drinks in the Notes app on your phone. If you notice you've only enjoyed 5 drinks in a day, multiply that across a week, and suddenly the numbers tell you a story about whether the package is really giving you value. Cruise lovers are curious, they like to compare, and they enjoy making informed decisions that help them plan better for their next adventure. Tracking doesn't take away from the fun. It empowers you. It ensures that what you're spending aligns with what you're actually using so you feel confident and in control. As Peter Drucker famously said, "What gets measured gets managed." On a ship, that wisdom holds true. By using technology to your advantage, you're not just cruising, you're learning, adjusting, and making each voyage smoother and smarter than the last. So there you have it, 14 drink package mistakes that can easily take away from the joy of your voyage if you're not prepared. The truth is, a drink package is never the star of your cruise. It's simply the backdrop, a tool to make your experience easier if you know how to use it wisely. And that's what cruising is really about. It's not chasing discounts or keeping score with how many glasses you've had. It's about waking up to the sea breeze, sharing laughs with new friends, raising a glass at sunset, and savoring the small luxuries that make life at sea unforgettable. As the great explorer Jacques Cousteau once said, "The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever." That wonder isn't found in what you buy, but in how you live the moments. So let your package support you, not define you. Choose drinks that delight you, avoid the traps, and sail with confidence. Because in the end, the richest part of your cruise won't be measured in cocktails. It will be in memories, the kind you'll carry home long after the last wave fades behind the ship.